Hey everybody, Patrick Gensel here with a Photoshop tutorial. I'm going to teach you how to create a mirrored landscape image like my Mesa Vortex image. So first we're going to launch Photoshop, and once we have Photoshop loaded, we want to load our base image. I chose a sunset with a silhouetted foreground because I like the way the negative space is created when you mirror that type of image. But you can use pretty much any image and create a variety of effects with this type of project. So, like I said, open your base image that you chose. For me, it's this one. And if your rulers aren't already turned on, you want to turn them on by either going to View, Rulers, or Command R if you're a keyboard shortcut type of person. So we have our rulers shown. Now we want to get guides going to separate this image into 4 areas. First we'll grab our first guide from the vertical or the horizontal ruler, bring it down till it snaps. Now we want to grab our vertical ruler to bring in this guide till it snaps, and there is our 4 areas. Next we want to double click on our background layer and hit OK. This will turn it into a regular layer, and then we want to drag that layer down to this new item icon to create a copy of that layer. Next we want to open the transform tool, the free transform tool, to resize this or transform this layer we just created. So you can do that by either hitting edit free transform or Command T on a Mac. I think it's Control T on a PC. And then just grab this handle, and you want to bring it here till both of our guides turn pink. That's how we know it's snapped on the vertical and horizontal axis. Then we can just double click or hit enter to close the free transform tool. Now we just want to duplicate this layer again, and we'll take the layer that we currently have selected and bring it over here till it snaps to the horizontal and vertical. Now we'll grab the other layer that represents this side, and we want to go to Edit, Transform, Flip horizontally. And this is going to vary based on what kind of effect you're trying to create. You could realistically create these corners all the same and then rotate them or flip them however you want to get a various different effects. But for what I wanted to create with this image, I did it this way. And for my bottom half, it's going to be a little different because instead of actually shrinking down the whole image, I'm just going to take a sample from this corner of the image and then I'm going to mirror that. So what I want to do to get that effect is select my base layer, grab my rectangular marquee tool, and drag up from the corner. Again, with these marquee tools, your guides will turn pink when it snaps in. And what I'm going to do is hit Command C, Command V, and that's going to paste onto a new layer just that corner of my image. And for what I'm trying to accomplish, I want to go to Edit, Transform, I want to flip it vertically, and then I want to transform, flip it horizontally. And that gets this kind of slopey look that I'm looking for. And now I'm going to take this layer that I just created, I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to actually just take my move tool and bring it over into this other corner till it snaps there. And then I'm going to hit Edit, Transform, and this time I'm only going to flip it horizontally. And that creates this really cool slope effect. As you can see, it slopes from one side into the center and up and out the other. And there's a lot of negative space there from the silhouette. Now, so we can refine this, we want to go to View, Show, and we want to turn our guides off. And this doesn't always happen, but for some reason with this one it has. You can see there's a gap here between these two images. What I do for this, to fix this, is I grab one of the top layers In this case, I'm grabbing the top layer that's on the right, and I'm going to bump it with my left keyboard, or my left key on my keyboard. I'm going to bump it one press, and that closes up our gap. But as you can see now, there's a gap here, and this can be done a couple different ways as well. I use the canvas size tool. Select this pane here, and then I change it to pixels, and then I just lower my pixel count on the width and height by 10. So change that to 62, change that to 38. And then when I do this, the reason I'm doing it on both is so the aspect ratio of the photograph stays the same. If that's not important to you, then you can just do it along the axis that you need to correct. Then I hit proceed, and there it clears up that gap, and this gap is closed here, and there we have Mesa Vortex. It's kind of cool. If you look here in different areas, this kind of looks like a face with a bushy head of hair. And you get, if you really look in these photos, you can get some really cool looking effects that you wouldn't have expected. So there you have it. If you like what you see, check out more of my stuff, and if there's something you want me to explain how to do, let me know. Have a nice day, guys.